Hey there, and welcome to the Dog Sports Decoded podcast. My name is Megan Ritchie, and I am the host, and today I thought we would talk about how to hook your dog up to your bike for bikejoring. So if you've wanted to take your dog out biking with you or on one of the scooters that's made for dog sledding, this is a video that will show you how to do that. So whenever we take our dogs out either with the bike or the scooter, typically you're going to want to use some sort of antenna or attachment to keep the line from getting tangled in your wheel. So that will keep the leash from getting tangled up, which would obviously slow you down. It's also going to protect your equipment, so your bike doesn't get damaged or your scooter doesn't get damaged. So that's sort of the purpose behind the antenna. Just to keep that leash and line away from your vehicle and from getting tangled up in your dog as well. Here in Calgary, we've actually had a pretty mild winter so far, so I was actually tempted to take rigs out bikejoring today, and that was one of the reasons I thought I would cover this topic. I filmed this video back late in the summer this year, so the material is the same regardless of when it was shot, but that explains the nice green grass, which sadly we no longer have. But if you're experiencing sort of a warmer fall/winter, these colder days can be a great day to get out on your bike or your scooter with your dog. The temperatures are perfect for them to get out there without overheating, and still nice enough that there's not a lot of ice on the pathways, at least here right now. So with that, I'll dive into the videos, and let's get you out there bikejoring with your dog. Hey there, so I wanted to set up a video today to show you how to set up a bike pool noodle if you've bought one from us. It's not always the most clear, and I haven't done a video on it yet, so I wanted to show you how to set that up. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we've got our pool noodle here. This is what it should look like when it comes to you. Mine is probably about 1.5 feet, just a little over a foot. This is going to be the end that we're going to attach to our dog that has the rope around it, and then we've got a smaller rope and a plastic clip. And the plastic clip is really just to remind you this should never be weight bearing with your dog. It's not designed to do that. So that's what we're going to set up. You can see I've already got my line put through here. This is the Man-Mat Bikejor line, and it takes a little bit to feed that through, so I just went ahead and did that already. I typically just leave mine set up once it's in here. I don't mess with it. If you're pulling your leash through for the first time, sometimes it can be a bit of a challenge, so I'll take a rope or a string even, and you can just kind of drop that in, and then once it's through, sometimes it's easier to hook up your actual line and just kind of click those together and pull it through the rest of the way. So the only thing I wanted to mention is with this Man-Mat line, you can see the bungee end is free, and that's what I'm going to attach to my dog. I don't want that inside the noodle itself. Because I'm using the Man-Mat line through my pool noodle here, it does have double clips, so I could just line this up and right here and pass that around my bike and clip it together like that, and we'd be set. We could have our dog go ahead and use that like that, but I think that's going to cause some rubbing on my bike. So what I actually do is I've got just a little tiny polyethylene line, and I'm going to use that instead. So I wrap that kind of behind the tubes there, around the head tube, pass one loop through the other, and if I pull that tight, now I don't have any metal touching my bike itself. So I prefer that way, and I just want to watch out for the wires there. And then I'm going to take my Man-Mat brass, clip it on, and then if I pull the pool noodle all the way back to the head tube, and then I'm going to take this loose line, this thinner line, pass that around my handlebars, and we've given you some extra rope there, twine there, to so you can kind of adjust these knots as you need to fit your bike or your scooter. I've set mine up already, so all we're going to do is take the tiny plastic clip and clip it back to our line wherever you need to, and we just want to make sure that when this is at rest here, it's not going to drop down and get caught in the in the bike tire. So that's all we're trying to do here with that. Now I can just take the bungee end of my line and hook it up to where my dog would be. So in this video, it's too hot today to have rigs out with me, but that's all I would do. I would just hook him up to the end of the harness and we'd be set to go. So that's all we need to do today. Now, one other option I did want to talk about, you can get a metal antenna instead. This time we're not carrying them, but it is an option. I tend to prefer the pool noodle just because it's a little bit softer. If we do get into a wreck for whatever reason, the pool noodle will break apart. It's not going to impale or hurt my dog. I've never heard of that happening with a metal bike antenna. But it just seems like an added risk to me. So I don't actually use this, but you could. So it's another option out there, and I think I haven't set this up on my own bike yet. Just kind of bought it to check it out for you guys, but all we're going to do to put this on is take the handlebars and head off. So I'd have to loosen this. I'm going to put that around here, then put the handlebars back on, and it would just sit exactly the same as our pool noodle. It's just going to come out like that, and then I'd need the exact same setup I showed you with the noodle. So we're going to have to wrap a rope around here and then feed that man-mat Bikejor line all the way out and through the loop there. So it's going to work exactly the same way, just another option for you if you prefer it. I hope after viewing those quick little videos that has shown you how to hook your bike up or scooter up with your dog to get out there bikejoring. It's a really fun sport, and I know there can be some confusion over how to set that up and which piece of equipment is best. So either of those will do the trick, just depending on sort of your comfort and preference. So I hope that gives you the confidence you need to hook up your dog to your bike and get out there and give it a try this winter. So with that, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch up with you next time.